Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Hassan. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about gold XAUSD. So I hope you guys have had a good week. I've come with another strategy. Okay, it is the same strategy, but this one is going to be easier for day traders and people who are even scalpers. I'm going to be teaching you the strategy that you can be using for scalping. It is very simple. Not so effective, but it is effective when it comes to risk to reward. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be teaching you that strategy. So I have gold. Gold has finally been able to play all of us. God has finally been able to fuck all of us. I don't think there is any person who has been getting this gold straightforward. Maybe if you are a swing trader or a position size trader, and you were lucky to predict the right direction, that it was in the downtrend, then entered and held the trade for at least 3 days. If you're this person who has been in and out, I don't think you have gotten enough money, because a few minutes you're in profit, the next minute you're in losses. Before you know it, the thing has the stop loss has been hit. That is if you use a stop loss. Okay, so I would want us to go through gold. However, we shall, like as usual, we shall first have to subscribe to the channel, and then I'll proceed to take you through gold XAUUSD. So subscribe to the channel, guys, and then proceed with our analysis on gold. 5 seconds, subscribe, then proceed. Okay, that is good. So now what do we have here? We have gold on this is the 2-hour time frame, but I'll start from the weekly. I know I told you I'm going to give you a strategy for scalping, but first I just want to go through the whole process, how we had our thoughts on gold and how it is progressing. You remember last time I told you gold is in an uptrend, but that doesn't mean that we cannot sell gold simply because it is in an uptrend. So now this is one of those scenarios that you can be on an uptrend and then still sell. So I'm going to just mark, remember we mark the previous price opening and closing price of the candle, the weekly candle. Good. So now there we go, opening price, closing price of the weekly candle. There we go. So we marked it. I'll just put my blue bar on this current red candle because it is the current week, and by the way it is ending today. Today is Friday. So on weekend, over the weekend, we shall be analyzing the trades we think can happen for next week. Okay, so currently we are in this weekly demand zone. This candle here, weekly demand zone, it even broke structure. However, it looks like we are breaking down it. I always want to mark my demand zone up to the week, but in case I did that, I would be entering this daily demand zone down here. Anyway, let's not worry, we're here. Let's proceed. So now after that, you go to the daily time frame. Remember, we're favoring bullish because the weekly is in an uptrend. Even the daily is an uptrend. Why do you see the daily is an uptrend? It's making high lows, high lows. This was a high, so we expected a higher low around here, and then we go high. So it broke structure here. That is why I'm marking the structure that was broken. So people mark up to the week, but me, I mainly mark the body, and then just refine on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so after that, what happened was, remember guys, this is a review. What happened was, we went to the 4-hour to refine. First, before we go to the 4-hour, do we see any demand zones, daily demand zones? Yes, there was this one here, which is being violated right now with that big candle. big daily candle. There's one here and there was one down here, one down here, because it broke this supply zone here. So for me it is valid. So, and then we came to the 4 hour to refine our. When we came to the 4 hour, we saw this beautiful setup. This is resistance, broken, turns into support, and then we go up. Look at this huge engulfing candle giving us a big displacement and a break of structure. However, one thing was missing was enough liquidity down here, but that was not the point, because I expected this market to buy. So what it did is, when market hit this area, just like we had marked it precisely, it respected the area and then went up for around, how many pips are these? Went up for around 203. Yes, went up for around 203 pips. If you use 0.01, that would be 23 pips. So it was 1:4, but we did not get out. We just moved our supposed to break even. Why did we get out? Because we're expecting this gold to move at least around this supply zone here, because you see there's a good supply zone here. This is really best drop. So we're expecting gold to shoot for around 600 pips up here. 600, yes, around 600 pips, guys. So gold just came here after I had moved stop losses to break even. Gold turned around immediately. It started consolidating around here. It consolidated for how many days? For 3 days. Then some people said that gold was going to be buying from here, that this was now the zone that gold was supposed to be buying from. But look at how big the zone was. So I'm assuming these people went to the lower time frame and refined their zone to around here, which is okay. So when gold came there, it was not bad. Tapped in and bought up to around here. If you had not moved your stop loss, that's around 400 pips or $40 on 0.01. If you had not moved your stop losses, it still came down because it was still in a down trend. Then some people said, I have a guy who told me in the comment section, he said gold was going to drop up to around this area here. He was right. Gold dropped up to around this area, but it did not buy. It went through the area. So you kept on adjusting until when you could not adjust anymore. So for me, the moment I saw gold taking me out and started consolidating here, I was not in. And I remember there's a video I said the only way I'll be interested in gold is when it shows me a clear direction. Where does it want to go? That is what I said, and that is what I did. Where does it want to go? And how do I know that? Either by breaking a structure up to the upside or down to the downside. And then I will use the demand zone or supply zone that has broken the structure to buy or sell. That was my point. And now I'm going to show you the trade I entered on gold. So where is it? Was yesterday. So now after gold breaking a structure here, where is this thing? After gold breaking the structure from here, now I was interested in buys. Let me just use this trend line there. Now I was interested in buys. The moment gold broke structure and started dropping, I was interested in buying, and there's also another break of structure here. So how was I taking advantage of this? Come to the 1 hour. When you come to the 1 hour, you'll see there was a supply zone here. Beautiful supply zone there. So after the break of structure, gold left a supply zone up here. So there was also support and resistance. If you see it very well, this is support, broken turns into resistance. So there was a demand zone, then there was support and resistance at that area. So that is the area I was willing to buy from. So I entered from there. So from there, this was yesterday, guys. That from there, put stop losses slightly above, that is 100 pips or $10 or 10 pips. And now my target, my first target was this area here, this one. However, I was not removing anything until we reached here. Now, this is the shocking part. Remember, guys, when I told you that is a 1:4.8. Remember, guys, when I told you the moment you reach at 100% retracement, at least remove something. So when price reached here, guys, I was panicking. Why? Because immediately there was a rejection. Then it formed a pin bar. Then it started tracing up. Then I was like, this price wants to go up. I just moved stop losses above break even slightly, closed everything and moved away. Then by the time I came back, price had reached my real target, which was here, 460 pips. Reached my take profit and closed, and then it continued even dropping down. So if I had held more, it would have given me extra 200 pips. Good. Now, what is next for gold? What is next for gold? So gold has hit a major demand zone. This one is the demand zone it used last time to go to the next higher highs. This one here, I think it is for the 4-hour. Yeah, it is a 4-hour demand zone. This one here. It's not this one. Yes, it is for the 4-hour. This is the one it used last time. You see this move here, very huge move that it went up to use this demand zone here. So gold has come back to that zone, and currently gold is rotating around the zone. So how do we take advantage of this? We shall be waiting for either gold to break the zone or reject from the zone. However, the zone is too big, so you go to the 1 hour or 15 minutes to look for entry positions. Let me say 15 minutes if you have something significant. 15 minutes we don't have. However, we have higher low, this one, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower high, yes, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So now, in case you want to enter for buys, guys, you'll have to wait for gold to come and break this high here. Then the demand zone that will be responsible for breaking this high is the one that we shall always use for what? That we shall use for entries to go to the upside. Or if gold breaks this demand zone to the downside, the supply zone that will be responsible for the break here is the one we shall use to drop to the next supply zone. So for now, gold, we shall just wait, but this being the 1 hour, this being the 1 hour time frame, breaking here won't take long. I don't think it will take long since we are rotating in a demand zone. But remember, even this demand zone was tested before. It was tested before and it gave a huge push. So you don't expect a lot of sales remaining here. What you could pray is that a lot of buyers come in, then we break up here, and then we use the demand zone that broke here so we can go to the upside. So for now, gold, we wait. However, if it breaks here, it is okay. Remember, we do not predict, we react to what has happened. If it breaks here, it is okay. We shall use the supply zone that helped to break this, and then we send it to the next demand zone down. So for now, gold, let's just wait. Okay, so I hope that has been insightful. Okay, so now okay, back to what I told you. I told you I'm going to be giving you a strategy that you can use, to scalp or the traders. Very simple and straight to the point. You see, in demand and supply, we have different setups that we use to enter the market, but there are setups that stand out that you can always be using for to take your trades. These setups can happen even though you know the direction of the market or you don't know the direction of the market. That is something good with them. However, what I'm going to teach you is okay, what I can give you as an extra bonus tip for those setups to have high probability is the moment you discover the setup, go and look for the direction of that market. If you find out that the direction favors the setup, then you're good to go. If the direction does not favor the setup, then you can be looking for 1:1 only, or target the previous high or low only. Okay, so now the setups are, I'm just going to give you two setups only. Continuation, the continuation setups. If you're looking for continuation entries, so you're going to have something like this, like that. So then you're going to have a demand zone here. So when the price comes back to this area like this, positive always does this. You see, price is trick like this, and then you take it to the next high, which is that. You see, guys, something like that. Price is going to come from down. Short. Okay, guys, there was something came up, so I think I'll just end this video from here, and then we shall continue from there the next time. I'll continue from there in the next video. Something came up. I think I've lost my battery. It's shutting down, so let me just end it from there, and then I'll continue on the next time.